Please, don't skip the story, because what you're about to hear will touch your heart in ways you didn't expect. Imagine a woman who had everything: a power, money, status, but deep inside, she was emptier than anyone could imagine. And then one small girl, with trembling hands and a voice soft as a whisper, changed her life forever when she said, "Can you be my mom?" A broken bar just for one day. If this story touches your heart, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it, because sometimes one act of kindness can heal years of brokenness. Amelia Hart was one of the most powerful CEOs in the city, a woman people feared, respected, and envied. Her name alone made competitors nervous. Every morning she walked into her towering glass office building wearing a perfectly tailored suit, her expression unreadable, her heels echoing like thunder on marble floors. To the world, she was unstoppable. But when the doors closed and silence filled her penthouse, her power meant nothing. There were no footsteps waiting for her, no laughter, no warmth, just the hum of city lights outside her window and the ache of a photo she kept hidden in her drawer, a picture of a baby she once lost. That evening, after a long and toothless board meeting, Amelia's driver dropped her near a small park. She rarely went there, but something about the flickering streetlights and children's laughter drew her in. She walked along the path, staring at families: mothers holding their kids, fathers chasing their sons. It felt like another world, one she wasn't allowed to enter. She sat on a bench, scrolling through her phone, pretending not to notice the sting in her eyes. Then, a small voice interrupted her thoughts. "Excuse me, broken bar ma'am." Amelia looked up. A little girl, maybe 6 years old, stood before her, mud on her shoes, clutching a torn teddy bear. Her brown eyes were wide, full of innocence and loneliness. "Can you be my mom for just one day?" she asked softly. Amelia froze, unsure if she heard correctly. "What did you say?" The girl hesitated, her voice trembling. "Just one day. Just a broken bar. I just want to know what it feels like to have a mom." Amelia's throat tightened. She looked around. No one seemed to be looking for the child. "Where's your mother, sweetheart?" she asked. The girl looked down. "She's gone. Daddy says she's in heaven." The CEO felt her chest tighten painfully. For a moment, she wanted to walk away. She didn't do emotions. She didn't do children. But something in the child's eyes, so full of pain and longing, made her heart crack open. "What's your name?" she asked quietly. "Leela," the girl said, smiling a little through her tears. Amelia didn't know why, but she nodded. "All right, Lana." A broken bar just for one day. That single promise turned into something neither of them expected. Amelia bought her ice cream from a nearby stall, something she hadn't done in years. Leela laughed when the CEO got a bit of chocolate on her nose. They sat on a swing together, and for the first time in forever, Amelia smiled without forcing it. The wall she had built around herself began to crumble with every innocent question Leela asked. When it started getting dark, Amelia offered to take her home. Leela led her to a small, worn-down apartment complex on the outskirts of town. The paint was peeling, and the lights flickered. When they stepped inside, Amelia's heart sank. There was barely any furniture, and Amon, tired, pale, and limping slightly, was washing dishes. He turned sharply when he saw Amelia. "Leela, you can't just talk to strangers like that." But his voice caught when he saw her face. Amelia froze. "That fascia broken bar, those eyes." "Ethan?" she whispered. He blinked, stunned. Amelia, a broken bar heart. The air was thick with memories. Years ago, before she became the CEO everyone feared, she had been a struggling young woman in college. Ethan was her best friend, her first love. They had dreamed of building a future together, but tragedy struck when she got pregnant and their baby didn't survive. She left town after that, burying the pain in ambition. And now a broken bar standing before her was Ethana, with a daughter who looked just like the baby she lost. Amelia's voice trembled. "She's yours?" Ethan nodded. "My wife passed away 3 years ago. Leela's all I have." The little girl looked between them, confused. "Daddy, You know her? Ethan smiled sadly. Yes, sweetheart, a long time ago. Amelia knelt down to Leela's level, her eyes filling with tears. That's when she noticed the necklace hanging around Leela's neck. A tiny silver heart with a cracked corner. Amelia gasped. She recognized it instantly. It was the same necklace she had buried with her lost baby years ago. A broken bar, the other half of a matching set she still wore around her own neck. Her hands trembled as she touched her pendant. Where broken bar, where did you get this? Ethan frowned. It was with her when she was born. The doctors said she was adopted. Her biological mother couldn't be found. Amelia felt the world spin. She slowly pulled out her pendant, fitting it perfectly against Leela's. The pieces matched like they were made for each other. "On a broken bar, she's mine," she whispered. The room went silent. Ethan's eyes widened, realization dawning like sunlight after a storm. Leela looked between them, not understanding the weight of what just happened. Tears streamed down Amelia's face as years of pain, guilt, and longing poured out of her. She hugged Leela tightly, feeling the warmth she had been missing all her life. "I'm so sorry," she whispered over and over. "Mommy's here now." Ethan stood in silence, tears in his own eyes. The woman he once loved, the woman who disappeared without goodbye, had just found the daughter she thought was gone forever. The three of them sat together that night, sharing stories, laughter, and tears. For the first time in years, Amelia didn't feel like a CEO. She felt human. She felt loved. In the days that followed, Amelia didn't return to her office right away. She spent time with Lala making pancakes, watching cartoons, walking to school. The world no longer revolved around business meetings or profits. It revolved around the small hands that reached for hers, the laughter that filled the quiet spaces of her heart. Eventually, she offered Ethan a position in her company, helping him rebuild his life too. Together, they created a new beginning, and not out of wealth, but out of love and forgiveness. And when reporters later asked Amelia what changed here, how a cold, untouchable CEO suddenly became a woman of compassion, as she smiled softly and said, "A little girl asked me to be her mom for just one day, broken bar, and that one day changed everything." If this story touched your heart, let it remind you, no matter how broken, lost, or lonely life feels, love has a way of finding its way back. Sometimes, the family you lost, a broken bar, finds you again. If this story moved you even a little, please don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe for more stories that remind us what truly matters: not success, not power, but love.